Welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome back to The Wave, the weekly news and chat show from the world-famous Bottom of the Stream podcast.
Indeed. How are you, Nick?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good.
Why? Why so good? Or pretty?
Oh, you know me. I try to be positive, and it's my favourite time of the week to talk to you.
The same.
Talk about a movie on Thursday.
Couldn't agree more.
Talk through some news.
Yeah. Do some bottom of the stream shit. That's all we're here for.
It's what brought us to the dance, as they
indeed.
say. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you very much. Bit warm. It's muggy, but it's not hot.
You look quite dapper.
I haven't got changed from work today.
In-
That's why. You've caught me on the hop.
The black suits you.
Yeah, I've dressed like a referee to work today. Black trousers, black shirt.
Oh,
Going and breaking up some situations at work. That's what
you're going
I'm
to blow a
doing.
whistle if I make a stupid comment.
I've got a yellow piece of cardboard in my top pocket.
It takes me back.
It does.
Anyway, yeah, good, thanks.
Good. Any gossip?
No. What? No.
No? Nothing going on in the world?
Uh,
There's plenty going on in the world.
yeah, sure.
Nothing we want to talk about
But-
here.
It's all... yeah, news. I don't want to talk about
Some
that
of it
news.
isn't even news.
Yeah, indeed. Let's talk about a movie.
Okay, which movie?
What
Last
did we
week's
watch?
movie?
No, what did we watch last week?
Last week's movie, we watched... Go on. Against the Ice.
We did.
The Danish, Greenlandish, Icelandic
The
collaboration.
the new early table topper.
Yeah,
of
went
this
to number
season.
1, top of the stream at the minute.
Yeah.
5 episodes in? 6 episodes in.
Yes, 6. On reflection, I'm happy it's top of the table so far,
I agree. I think it's the right place for it.
and
I think most people agreed with us as well.
but I'm more interested. I found myself in the week or so since just being quite interested in reading up a bit about the true life,
Oh, really? You done some more research?
and it still was more interesting than the actual drama they managed to
Maybe we
get
should.
out of the movie.
We need to find a documentary on it instead of a movie.
Yeah, I think that would be amazing.
Cool. Yeah, but it's top of the stream. I don't know.
It is the best movie we've
It
seen
is,
so
yeah,
far.
it is. I don't know how long it'll stay there, but it is currently in this season the best movie we've seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, go and check out Against the Ice. I actually recommended my mum and dad to watch it,
Okay.
and they did on Saturday. And they got 5 minutes in and went, "Oh, we've already seen this."
Oh, really?
It's like, oh, okay. So not as bottom of the stream as we maybe thought it was, but
You never know what the Netflix algorithm.
my mum and dad are
will throw
very
at
much
you.
like me. They'll come to a Saturday night and they will just randomly find a movie and put it on,
Yeah.
with no memory or history or anything about it. They just, oh, that looks good. We'll put that on. And they must have done that at some point in their past.
Regardless of whether it's a blockbuster
Yeah,
or
they wouldn't know the difference between a
Yeah.
blockbuster and a bottom of the stream movie. To be fair,
that's sweet.
I couldn't tell you the last time my mum went to the cinema. I don't know if I've ever known her go to the cinema.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not very, definitely not very often.
What's her favourite genre?
She does like a good
What's
comedy.
Like a couple of her favourite films.
She does like a good comedy. I don't know if I could tell you what her favourite film is, to be
Okay.
honest. I couldn't tell you. Anything that will make her laugh, she's up for, basically. But I think my dad does most of the movie picking, and then she just goes on with it.
Fine. My parents go to the cinema a bit, but they
Yeah.
go to see things like when you get a concert at the cinema.
Yeah,
like a
Live show.
satellite version of, I don't know, Shakespeare. Or,
Yeah. Do they go to these like theatre productions?
yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, which you can get quite a lot of if that's the
Yeah.
sort of thing you're looking for.
My dad's been a few times. I took my dad to watch. Oh, what's that? Bridge of Spies.
Oh,
When
yeah.
that came out. Me and him went to see that.
Yeah.
That's probably the last time, to be fair. But yeah, they love a Netflix film on a Saturday night, and they just happened to have watched Against the Ice. They agreed it should have gone top of our table, having no knowledge of any of the other films in the table.
I thought you were about to say, well,
But they much prefer Catty Catty.
they just didn't rate Buddy Games.
I can't imagine my mum and dad watching Buddy Games. I can't imagine anybody watching Buddy
It's not a
Games.
movie to watch with your parents.
It's leaving Netflix.
Oh,
You
yeah.
should mention that. It's leaving Netflix at the end of July. I assume because the sequel's going to Amazon, so whoever the original will as well.
Both going to pop up.
Both will pop up on Amazon
Yeah.
at some point, I would think.
100%.
But yeah, good riddance to bad rubbish. It's leaving. It will be gone by the end of the month.
No, check it out. You'll have a time.
Check it out. If you haven't checked it out, you might have to.
2 weeks left on Netflix.
Cool. Shall we do some Netflix news? No. Let's do something else first. You've got a question for me, have you not?
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know if this will actually become a weekly thing, but yeah, we have a random question this week.
Go on.
It's very simple. Not as complicated as last week's snail question, which did set off quite the debate.
It did, and at my workplace, we discussed it heavily as well.
We did round our dinner table as well.
Did you?
Yeah, go back to last week's wave to
I was interested in the kids' opinions.
find out about the snail question. Right, this week, simply, would you rather have an abnormally big toe or an abnormally big ear?
That's a really tough question. I really like that. There's a problem with both.
Yes.
Let me talk you through the problems.
Okay.
If you had an abnormally big toe, it'd be really difficult to find shoes or socks that fit. But it's relatively hidden if you can.
Yes.
Whereas if you've got an abnormally big ear, you have none of that issue, but everybody can see it.
Yes.
So there's different issues for both options. When we say abnormally big, what we going?
It's got to be at least double.
Double what it is now.
At least, I would say, to be abnormally big.
I think it's got to be double the biggest one in the world. Who's got the biggest big toe in the world? Double that.
Abnormally big.
Abnormal. That'd be.
And some people have big ears.
Yeah.
So it's got to be like big.
Double the biggest ear.
It's going to be flopping on the side of your head like nobody's business, isn't it?
It is. People are going to notice that. People are going to talk about that behind your back. Whereas if you've got a
but from the other side,
yeah,
you'd be golden.
Yeah, you'd always have to sit with the wrong side facing somebody. I think I'm going toe. Provided I can find a shoe that will be fit and be comfortable to wear.
Well, no, abnormally big. You won't find that. You've
But I
got
could
an
go-
abnormally
like-
big toe.
But like a basketball player's shoe.
Yeah, but it'll fall off your foot.
Yeah, it would. Oh, it's tough, isn't it? Could you have something specially made to accommodate?
Which would be expensive.
It would. But
You could cut a hole in all of your shoes.
just have the toe poking
Yeah.
out. It's a vanity thing of
Because
the
you've not
big
got
ear,
a big
though.
foot. You've just got an abnormally big toe. So you've just got this massive...
Yeah. It's going to push out against your other toes.
Yeah. I stub my toes enough already
Yeah.
without having this massive, other big toe that's going to just... Oh, I hate that pain as well.
There's nothing worse than a stubbed toe. There's nothing worse.
And I think logistically a toe is going to be more of a pain in the arse.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is. I think I'm being vain by saying I don't want people talking about my abnormally big ear.
But it's going to affect... I think it's going to affect your life less to have a massive ear.
Yeah.
Although, yes, the looks thing, yes.
Is an issue.
You might scare kids and...
What about headphones like we're wearing now?
Yeah.
That'd be a problem.
You wouldn't achieve a seal, I guess. But
No.
again, you could still use them.
Yeah, true.
Because they just sit on top.
Oh, it's a tough question. I don't want either.
I'm going ear.
I'm going toe, I think.
Okay.
I think I'm going toe.
I'll go ear, you go toe. Let's find out who has the worst time of it.
Who's got the worst life?
I think that toe's going to be really annoying.
Yeah, I think it is. But you're going to have a flappy ear. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know in the Discord or come at us on the socials. Would it be better to have an abnormally big ear or an abnormally big toe?
Yeah, how would you cut it? Toenails.
Oh, I meant the ear. Like Van Gogh. You could cut it off.
Garden shears.
Yeah, I struggle to cut my toenails already. So yeah, it'd be even more tough. Toe. I'm going toe.
Might be better at swimming, though.
True. Well, it might make you lopsided.
Yeah, true. Swim in a circle.
Yeah, because you're kicking harder with one foot than the other.
Yeah, I'll take a massive ear.
Okay. Good question. I like that. I like our new feature.
Yeah, let us know what you would do.
Shall we hit some Netflix news?
Sure.
What have we got?
This week, we will kick off with some actual news about Netflix, which we failed to do last week. And that is the news that Netflix has added a new feature.
Okay.
For which came into effect this week. All Netflix members worldwide are now able to port their profile from one account to an existing account.
It baffles my mind that this wasn't an option from the start.
Yeah. Previously, you were only able to transfer a profile to a brand new account.
Yeah. So, because they're cracking down on these password sharing issues,
Yeah.
if you've got more than one person on your account and they've got their own profile,
Yeah.
When they first launched this thing, you could only put it onto a brand new account.
Correct.
But now you can have an account already and transfer it
Yeah.
on. It baffles me that there wasn't a thing straight away, to be honest.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
I don't.
You basically start. You don't have to start again with Netflix now. You can keep what you've watched, keep what's on your list, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So the example that Timmy Kostin gives, he's Netflix's product manager.
Oh,
for innovation.
He needs to get promoted to being vice president.
He says, perhaps you have moved out of your parents' house and you want to transfer your profile to your new roommate's primary Netflix account. People move, families grow, relationships end, but throughout these life changes, your Netflix experience should stay the same.
Yeah, it should.
We at Netflix are happy to facilitate this, providing our users follow the account sharing rules.
The new account sharing rules that nobody enjoys. It's good to know, though. If it ever becomes, it won't ever become an issue for me, but it might be for some of our listeners out there.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows, indeed. Next.
Do you want some stats?
Of course.
So
stats.
These are stats over in the States.
Okay.
And a survey has discovered that 20% of Disney Plus subscribers in the US are now on the ad-supported plan.
20%?
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite a lot.
It is a lot, isn't it?
That's much more than
7 months after its launch.
Okay. 20%. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Netflix, on the other hand, which launched its ad-supported plan in November.
Yep.
So they're 8 months in, basically.
Yeah.
Just ahead of that. Has only 11% of US
that's interesting.
customers on the plan.
I wonder if that's because more Disney Plus subscribers only have it for their kids.
Possibly.
They don't worry about the kids seeing ads, whereas an adult would be more annoyed than a kid would from seeing an advert.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
Maybe.
That's still a lot more than I would think for both, though, to be fair.
Also, Netflix co-CEO Greg Peters said that they are now seeing, on average, for new sign-ups, more than a quarter of them choose the ads plan.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
So that number's only going to continue to grow. Good. I mean, if it's working, then it can only be a good thing, can't it? If people are prepared to watch it.
The survey also found that 60% of its respondents said they would consider a switch to streaming with ads if it meant a discount on other services. So if other streaming services brought that in, they would consider it.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, stats mean nothing.
Yeah, of course they don't. They've only surveyed 2,500 people.
Yeah, but that's all.
It's a cross section.
Stats people do.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's slightly higher than I would have.
Yeah, it was higher than I would have think. But I can understand why people are doing it. It's any way to save money, isn't it? But yeah,
let us know if you've got a ad.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who has
supported plan, and let us know how intrusive it is.
Yeah, because I don't know where the adverts come, when they come, what they are, how many of them there are. Be interesting to hear more about it. Next.
This week, Netflix have released the first trailer for Once Upon a Crime.
Okay, what's that?
It is a buddy crime-solving movie.
Okay.
In which the two partners solving the murder are none other than Little Red Riding Hood and Cinderella.
Oh, nice.
Once Upon a Crime comes to Netflix in September. It is a Japanese fantasy drama directed by Yuichi Fukuda and is based on a manga. You won't be surprised here, I'm sure. The manga being Little Red Riding Hood meets a corpse on her journey.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
September the 14th. It arrives. Netflix's press release said, this novel is a bold story that follows Little Red Riding Hood as she hunts criminals who commit crimes in famous fairy tales, such as Cinderella and Hansel and Gretel. And we are now adapting it into a film by director Yuichi Fukuda, the creator of hit comedies.
Okay.
Whatever they are.
Unnamed hit comedies.
Yeah, you can go watch the trailer now. And basically the synopsis being, they meet up, they go to a ball, as is their right.
That's what they do. That's what Cinderella does, at least.
Fairy tales. Only for the handsome prince to be arrested for murder.
Ah.
And our detective duo try to clear his name.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes. I like it when things like that happen, when it's like established stuff gets just changed.
Yeah.
Like when they did the zombies one. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies and that sort of thing.
Sure.
You know, sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't know what the end of that sentence is going to be. It's not good for a podcast.
And why not? Because we have so many adaptations of fairy tales and, you know, it's obvious, clearly it's all our copyright. Just go nuts with that stuff.
Yeah. Do something with Winnie the Pooh.
Have a badass Red Riding Hood. I'm ignoring that. Absolutely ignoring it.
Good.
Yeah, do something with it. Just not
what you did do.
Blood and Honey. I'm up for that.
Yeah, me too. It sounds fun. I'll be watching that.
Yeah. Come September.
Won't be long.
Also announced, coming to Netflix later this year, is a new series directed by Peyton Reed.
Okay.
The guy behind all the Ant-Man films.
Yeah.
He is going to direct The Digital Age.
What's The Digital Age?
For Netflix. And it's going to star Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, nice. I like Aubrey Plaza.
It's a sci-fi thriller set in a future where technology dominates every aspect of life. Plaza's character uncovers a dark conspiracy that threatens to control humanity, forcing her to fight against powerful forces and to reclaim individual freedom.
Sounds good as well.
Yeah.
Some good stuff comes to Netflix, doesn't it?
It seems, I don't know. It sounds quite, dystopian and There's sort of a few comments linking it to, you know, a Minority Report style.
Right. Okay.
Thing.
I mean, technology dominates every aspect of life now. That's
sure.
Not really that much of a stretch, but.
Yeah. Cool. And those Ant-Man films are pretty good.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't enjoy the last one as much.
I haven't seen the last one, to be fair. I've only seen the first two, but
yeah,
they're all right. Apologies if you can hear a helicopter that's flying over the house currently. What else have we got next?
Okay, so next we are going to have a look and see what we can find on a list released this week by denofgeek.com.
Okay. Would you like me to click on it or not?
I will go down it and we'll see what you think. And these are hidden gem sci-fi movies on Netflix.
Nice. Similar to the list we did last week that was action thrillers.
No, last week we were talking about a list which was easy watches.
Easy watches, that was it.
Under 2 hours. This is sci-fi hidden gems, and I wonder if we will spot anything familiar. These may not all be available in your Netflix area, depending on your territory, but I think it's US based, but there we go.
Fair enough.
We might find something familiar. The first one, it's not ranked, so it's not ranked in order, but it's just recommendations, I guess. Block Island Sound.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I didn't think I was a hidden gem. I remember it doing all right at the cinema.
Quite big when it came out, yeah. Yeah, it's all right. Strange film.
A movie from one of our seasons next, Advantageous. Okay. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was the lady. she did something. She get put into a different body or something like that, if I remember rightly.
Yes. Basically, she got put into a body to make her beautiful. And
she was older.
fit in with society and
more pretty.
Yeah.
Where was that? I can see it. I think.
Okay, bear with me.
Season 3, maybe.
Oh, he's not well.
Oh, it's not the one I'm thinking of.
20th.
20th? Oh, it's not that good.
Season 3. It had, I'm sure, like, Ken Jeong popped up in it.
Yeah, I think he did.
As, like, the ex-husband.
It's not that much of a...
I remember saying, I like the universe, but I don't know why you've told this story, because it's boring.
Same. Yeah, I do remember it.
Next is a movie that I'm pretty sure is on our long list.
Okay, but we've not done yet.
Yes, it's an anime title called Bubble.
Okay, yes, it is on our long list.
Which is set in a semi-submerged Tokyo overrun with gravity-defying bubbles that give rise to a pseudo-sport.
Oh.
Jumping around on bubbles.
I'm sure we'll get to it at some point one day.
Maybe. Next is a movie called Oxygen.
I've seen that.
Yeah. Again, quite big when it came out, I seem to remember.
Yes, it was.
It was one of Netflix's like movies of the week.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Sam, our patron Sam wanted to play it as a wild card a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I accepted it and told him he could, and then realised I'd seen it, and then he realised he'd seen it.
Yeah.
So it's not that memorable, obviously, but yeah. It's all right.
It's the one where a lady wakes up from cryogenics.
Correct.
Yeah. And has to kind of piece her life together.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is a movie called Circle.
Yes, that sounds familiar.
50 strangers are forced to debate and vote on each other's fates.
Oh, I've seen that as well.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. I have.
This is just your Netflix watch list.
It is. I think it is.
Is
a
it
long
good?
time
Any
ago.
good?
I can't remember it, but I remember seeing. They all stand around in a circle talking about who should be the next one to die.
Right.
And that's pretty much all the film is.
It sounds very close.
I feel like
to
somebody famous is in it.
just what reality TV is. I couldn't tell you from this article who's in it.
Keep talking. I'll
Okay,
have a look.
fine. The next one.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not sure about the hidden gemness of this. It's quite a big movie. Synchronic.
Oh yeah,
I've seen that.
I've seen that too.
I mean, it's got Anthony Mackie and Jamie Dornan in it. It can't be that.
No, it's not much of a hidden gem. It's not on Netflix in the UK
Yeah.
either. There isn't anybody famous in Circle.
Okay, next one is Stowaway. Again, it was another Netflix movie of the week. It was when an engineer accidentally becomes a fourth passenger on a mission to Mars, when the shuttle was only designed to hold 3 people.
I feel like I've seen that as well.
Anna Kendrick, Daniel Day-Kim, and Toni Collette in it.
I have seen it.
I've not seen that.
I've seen that as well.
Uh,
I feel like I've seen that quite recently.
And I know you've seen this one because we've done it on the show. A movie called Ark,
Oh, really?
which I liked and you did not like.
Yeah, I didn't like Ark.
Back when Robbie Amell used to be on the show all the time.
I think that's season 3 as well, if I remember rightly.
Bear with. It was 2 places above Advantageous.
Oh, really?
18th. That
Same season. Oh.
A movie that I have seen,
Okay.
which I know you haven't because you screwed me over. Hardcore Henry is on this list.
I didn't screw you over at all. There's a story behind Hardcore Henry. It came out, didn't it?
We were going to do it as a bonus episode.
Were we going to do it as a bonus
I think
episode?
so.
I thought we were doing it as an episode and it got taken off.
I can't
before.
remember. I watched it.
It came out of the randomizer, if I remember rightly. And we were going to do it. And you watched it. And then by the time you'd watched it and I hadn't, it had gone off Netflix.
Yeah.
So we couldn't do an episode on
I
it.
just randomly watched this whole movie and made notes on it.
But yeah, and it didn't. We never actually did the episode on it. I've still never seen it.
I think it's the final one. Yeah, final one on this list. What Happened to Monday?
Oh, that's also been done on this show.
Yeah.
I want to say season 6.
That was good. Came third.
Came third, season 6.
I did pretty stupid, but really enjoyable.
Yeah, good film.
It's the one where Noomi Rapace plays seven siblings.
Yeah, 7 different sisters.
Yeah. That's
Good film.
That's a fun film.
That is a fun film. It's better than Ark and Advantageous.
Might be. I always say I don't think we do many sci-fi movies, but we seem to have done most of them. Maybe that's because there's not that many of them.
Yeah, maybe. We have done quite a few over the years. We haven't done any for a while.
No.
But over the years, we did do a few. We did The Anomaly, Tau,
Yeah.
Discovery.
Yeah, so I suppose we've done quite a few technology goes wrong type movies.
Yeah, what was that one with Katie Sackhoff in that was terrible? Unknown Origins or something? Origin Unknown? Something along those lines. Yeah.
Orbiter 9.
Orbiter 9.
Was a good Spanish movie.
Yeah, it was a good Spanish movie. Yeah, we've done quite a few sci-fis.
Yeah.
Good list. Love a list.
Okay.
Keep going. More news.
Yeah, more casting news for Superman Legacy.
Oh, right. Okay.
And that is the 3 new additions to the cast. One of whom is a regular for James Gunn.
Oh, we all know who that is then.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion? So surely not.
Has joined the cast playing Guy Gardner, who was apparently one of the identities of Green Lantern.
Oh, okay.
So let's see what
Got
happens.
a future Fillion Green Lantern movie going on.
Isabella Merced has joined the cast.
Oh, really? Okay.
Who we have seen this season because she was in Sweet Girl.
She was.
She will play Hawk Girl.
Hawk Girl, good name.
And the other addition to the cast is Ed Gathegi.
Not familiar.
He will play Mr. Terrific.
Good name.
A skilled warrior and one of the world's most brilliant inventors and tacticians.
Okay.
Superman Legacy also now has a release date.
Does it?
In the UK. The 11th of July, 2025.
That's literally 2 years from this week.
It is, yeah.
Wow. It seems like it's not just going to be Superman based then. There's other superheroes going to crop up in that. Okay.
Sure.
I'm sure much more news will come out of that over the next 2 years.
Very much so, yeah.
We'll be on season 14 by then.
Talking of like buddy comedy type duos.
Yeah.
How about Ice Cube and Dave Bautista?
Oh, yes.
Because
why not?
They have both been cast in The Killer's Game.
Right.
Which will be directed by J.J. Perry, who at the end of last year directed Day Shift for Netflix, which was the Jamie Foxx vampire movie, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he's going to direct The Killer's Game. And let me tell you the synopsis of this, because I think you are going to be right on board.
Please do.
The Killer's Game follows veteran assassin Joe Flood, played by Dave Bautista, who is diagnosed with a life-threatening illness and authorizes a kill on himself to avoid the pain that he is destined to suffer.
So he puts out a hit on himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
However, after ordering the kill, he finds out that he was misdiagnosed and must now fend off the army of former colleagues trying to kill him.
Brilliant. I like that idea.
Also joining the cast are Sophia Boutella and Ben Kingsley.
So Ben?
Yeah.
Wow.
Cameras roll this year.
Sounds fun. I love that Dave Bautista's just making fun movies now.
What a life that guy's got.
Yeah.
How he's done so well for himself.
Yeah. He really has. Somebody said to me the other day, is he the best wrestler turned actor ever? I think he's got to be in the conversation. If not, yes.
Well, there's an obvious rock in the room.
Yes.
But that guy's been on the downswing for some time.
I think that we were more talking like as in skilled actor. And The Rock is on a downslide.
If you're giving me The Rock's filmography and Dave Bautista's filmography and saying what's more interesting,
yeah,
which one would you rather watch? I've taken Dave Bautista's list of movies.
Correct. If you give me a list of The Rock's wrestling matches versus a list of Dave Bautista's wrestling matches, I'm taking The Rock's wrestling matches. So, The Rock's a better wrestler, but not as good an actor, whereas Bautista's not a good wrestler, but a good actor. You can't have both. The only person that ever had both was Hulk Hogan.
Right. Okay.
I just wanted to get your reaction to that then.
Okay.
I don't mean that. Cool, we'll keep our eye on that. That sounds fun. I like that idea. Next.
Final piece of news for the week is that we have had the nominees for the Emmys.
Yeah, a few surprises in here, I thought.
This week. Should we run through some?
Let's do it.
Best Drama Series.
Okay.
Andor.
Andor.
It's a Star Wars thing.
Okay, cool.
Better Call Saul.
Yep.
The Crown.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Succession.
Yeah.
The White Lotus and Yellow Jackets.
Tell you what, that's a strong list of TV shows there.
Yeah, and The Crown.
Can I make a pick?
Sure.
Better Call Saul,
Well,
please.
it's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
To close things off.
It's never won it, and I'd like it to do a sweep, if possible, please.
And we know what happens at these award shows. We've seen it time and time again. Somebody will get nominated year on year.
Yeah.
And
then it wins it in its final year.
yeah. Best Actor.
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges for The Old Man.
Yeah.
Brian Cox for Succession.
Yeah.
Kieran Culkin for Succession.
Yep.
Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal for The Last of Us. And Jeremy Strong for Succession. All the Successions.
Three
cancel
Succession
Do they
people.
cancel each other out?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's finished as well. That was in its last season.
Yeah, that's true.
You're going to say Bob Odenkirk?
I am, but like you say, Succession's in its last season. It's a tough one.
Jeff Bridges it is.
Jeff Bridges ain't winning that. It's between Brian Cox and Bob Odenkirk. Pedro Pascal's still going in The Last of Us, so
Yeah.
if it follows the game, maybe not.
Best Actress in a Drama Series. Sharon Horgan for Bad Sisters. Melanie Linsky for Yellow Jackets. We love her. Elizabeth Moss for The Handmaid's Tale. Bella Ramsey for The Last of Us. Kerry Russell for The Diplomat. And Sarah Snook in Succession.
Bella Ramsey. She's great.
Okay, good. Best Comedy Series.
Go on.
Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
Barry.
Yeah.
The Bear.
Yeah.
Jury Duty.
Wow, I can't believe that's been nominated.
I'll come back to Jury Duty in a second.
Okay.
The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah.
Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
And the Juggernaut that is Wednesday.
Two shows there that have also finished this year. That's also a tough call. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and Ted Lasso both finish.
I mean, there's never been a bad episode of The Bear. I'm very excited about the second season becoming available shortly
Soon,
on
isn't it?
Disney.
Yeah.
I think it's this week as you're listening to us. I think it's the 19th.
Okay. It's difficult to pick against Ted Lasso, but I'd really love Jury Duty to win it. I absolutely loved that show.
So Jury Duty is currently rated.
Yeah.
It's the second highest rated TV show on, I think it's IMDb this
Really?
year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Behind.
The Bear.
Really? Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Comedy.
Did you ever watch it?
No, not seen it.
You
Yeah,
need to.
I need
Great.
to watch it.
You do.
Yeah.
That's big for Amazon Freevee as well to get an Emmy nominated series.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like they might be on Prime for the next series.
What else should we do? We'll just do the lead actors and actresses in comedy series. So, best actress in a comedy series: Christina Applegate in Dead to Me.
Yep.
Rachel Brosnahan in The Marvelous Miss Maisel. Quinta Brunson in Abbott Elementary. Natasha Lyonne in Poker Face, and Jenna Ortega in Wednesday.
That only has one winner, doesn't it?
It's got to be because it's finishing Marvelous Miss Maisel,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Rachel Brosnahan.
Jenna Ortega, though, it's difficult to look past.
Yeah, but is she that good in it? I mean, it's become iconic.
She is good in it.
Yeah, she's
But
good.
whether she's that good in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best actor in a comedy series: Bill Hader for Barry. Have you seen Barry? Barry
I
gets
haven't. Apparently,
a lot
it's
of
really good, apparently.
great ratings.
A lot of comedians rave about Barry.
Yeah, but is that because it's old comedians stepping a bit outside of their box?
Yeah.
Martin Short is for Only Murders in the Building. Interestingly, the other two not nominated:
That is interesting.
Steve Martin or Selena Gomez.
Yeah, because the three of them are great in it, and they don't really work without the other. They're an ensemble
Yeah.
cast. That is interesting.
I mean, my argument personally would be that it's Selena Gomez who ties that together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway,
I wouldn't class any of them as a lead actor in it either. I think all three of them are.
Jason Segel for Shrinking.
No.
Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso, and Jeremy Allen White in The Bear.
Some really tough categories to call here. Again, Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso's done. Jason Sudeikis could be you won.
Okay. Brill.
I noticed one.
Oh,
I
we'll
wanted
do
to mention.
Best Limited Series.
Yeah, that was the one.
Definitely also a tough category to pick. Beef.
Yeah, this surprised me that Beef was nominated. That's what I wanted to mention.
Dharma. Monster. The Jeffrey Dahmer story.
All the Dharmas.
Daisy Jones and a Six. Fleischman is in Trouble. And Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I've heard really good things about Fleischman is in Trouble as well.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with the other one.
Daisy Jones and a Six.
Yeah.
It's a musical type thing.
Okay. But yeah, I was surprised to see Beef pop up on there.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's because it was great, but it felt like it came and went quite quickly.
It was overshadowed by The Night Agent,
which
wasn't
hasn't
it?
got any nominations.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That was really good.
But Beef was more original and it was a really good show. But it split people's opinions quite a lot as well, didn't it? A lot of people didn't like Beef.
Yeah. Its supporters are going to be very much behind it.
They both, Ali Wong and Stephen Yeun both got nominated as well.
Oh, Best Actress and Actor, respectively, nominated in a limited TV series. Yeah.
And Joseph Lee and Young Mazzino are also nominated for Best Supporting Actor. And Maria Bello for Best Supporting Actress. That's a lot of stuff nominated in there for Beef. Beef got a lot of nominations there. Yeah. Well, when are the Emmys?
Oh, you have to make me scroll back up now,
Sorry,
aren't you?
I've got it. I'll find it. Monday, September the 18th.
Okay.
Live at the Peacock Theatre. That's a long way away. Them nominations have come out early.
Yeah, they have, haven't they?
Any more news?
That is all the news.
Excellent. Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've watched a few things this week.
Okay, me too.
I don't know what it was called.
Right.
I don't know its proper title, but I've watched the Wham documentary on Netflix.
I can tell you the Wham documentary's title is Wham.
Is that it?
Just
I just presumed it had a... I knew it was called Wham, but I presumed it had like a long...
I don't think it has. I think
subtitle.
it's literally just called Wham. Any good?
I really enjoyed it.
Really?
I
Is
don't...
it a film or a series?
It is a movie. It's an hour and a half,
Okay.
but it'll breeze by.
Okay. I don't know much about Wham.
It doesn't take the talking head
Oh, right.
type setup either. So it's on the whole narrated by George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley. So it's archive
I was going to say they've done well
interviews
there.
plus some new stuff from Ridgeley.
Yeah.
And it's all over archive footage. There's a lot of spinning newspapers and
Right.
Smash Hits magazine and concert
Cool.
footage videos and sort of home videos as well. I find it really interesting.
Oh, okay.
There was a couple of I Wham are a bit before my time.
Yeah,
quite a bit. And there's a few songs in there where I was like, I thought this was just a George Michael song.
Oh, really?
Didn't know Wham
Didn't know
did.
it was a Wham song.
Yeah. And they were only together for 4 years.
Really, really?
Yeah.
Really, really?
Really.
Really, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would have thought they were longer. I can't talk. I would have thought they were together a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
I might watch that. I might open my horizons on Wham. Don't know anything about them really.
Two very interesting characters.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay. Cool.
I enjoyed it.
I'll check it out.
And then I've also watched a new Netflix movie,
Okay.
The Outlaws.
Oh, the Adam Devine.
Adam Devine and Pierce Brosnan and Ellen Barkin. That's shit. Don't watch it.
Oh, really? That bad?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not surprised, I must admit. It's about the in-laws that become...
They're bank robbers and he's a bank manager and he ends up getting involved and it's just at one point he gets beaten up by a Samoan guy whilst he's wearing a Shrek costume and it's
not for me.
but then he has to give the Samoan guy mouth to mouth and it's not very good.
No. What made you watch that?
It was Wife's pick.
Okay. Say no more.
And I've watched the first episode of Quarterback.
Oh, I'm going to watch this as well. This is a documentary about NFL quarterbacks, yeah?
Yeah, well, yes, it focuses on 3 quarterbacks.
Okay.
And it's basically their season. Follows them. It's the season that's just finished.
Gone.
Yeah. It follows Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, and Marcus Mariota.
My favourite quarterback.
Who are all at
very
various
different-
levels of their career.
Yeah, very
and-
different seasons as well.
Yeah.
I've got a Marcus Mariota pop vinyl.
Yeah. And I've only watched the first episode, but I know I'm going to enjoy the series.
Okay.
It's full of action.
How many is there?
8.
Oh,
I
really?
think.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I will also be watching that. at
It's
some
a
point.
sort of chronological thing, so it's literally following their
The season's
progress
going as
through
it
the
goes.
season.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was out yet, to be honest. I knew it was coming. I didn't realise it had hit.
Yeah, it was out a couple of days ago. So,
Excellent. I will add that to the list as well.
how about your good self?
I've watched 2 films this week
Okay.
and I've started a show. I'm going to talk about the show first. It's a little known fact about me. I don't think many people will know that I really enjoy home makeover TV shows.
Okay.
It's my little guilty pleasure. I like watching how people design and decor houses.
Yeah.
And there's a new one on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it pop up.
I have,
It's the
and
Netflix original.
we also, it might have even been the same night we ended up watching The Outlaws.
Okay.
Paused over this
You made the wrong
thumbnail
choice.
and then decided, no, not tonight.
Okay, so I watched. It's called Hack My Home,
Okay.
and it's people phoning these 4 guys,
Yeah.
or 2 guys, 2 girls, and say, "My house doesn't work for me. Can you come and hack it, change things around, sort my space out, make my house a better place to be?"
Sure.
And I've watched 2 of them so far, and they're both brilliant. The 4 guys are all really good. There's a woman who's an inventor.
Yeah.
There's a guy who is a designer, interior designer.
Yeah.
There's a crazy white-haired, dark brown-looking guy
Okay.
who he does all the furnishings and clearing out and having the inspiration of what goes where.
Sure.
And then there's a lady who does all the construction.
Oh, nice.
And I guess it's a bit like Queer Eye, with the 4 of them all having different areas of expertise, but there's no sub-story to it.
Yeah.
Apart from my house doesn't really work for me, can you make my house work? That's basically the sub-story. And they're both really good. They come up with some great ideas, and I've really enjoyed it. They built this guy an office in his basement, but he also wanted somewhere to sit with his wife at night when the kids had gone to bed.
Okay.
So they built this wall in the basement that moved in and out. So in the
Nice.
day it moved out and became his office, and then it pushed back and it
Okay.
became the lounge. And then they did a kitchen where all these small utensils popped up through the countertop on an elevator. It was cool.
I like that.
I like this sort of shit. Something about designing, it gives me inspiration to do stuff, and I like it. I like watching shows like that. So I've seen 2. I've really enjoyed them both, so I'm going to watch more.
Nice. I'm definitely going to watch that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good fun. The 4 guys are all really... It's very American. There's lots of screaming and shouting and hugging and kissing and stuff going on, but you expect that in an American show like this, don't you? I also watched 2 films. Which film should I talk about first? Let's talk about Mum and Dad.
Okay.
I was recommended this by our Patreon and good friend Ross Cook. He said, it's right up your street, you'll love it. I didn't.
Oh.
I thought it was okay.
What's Mum and Dad?
I guess it's kind of a zombie film. It's got Nick Cage in.
Yeah, okay.
I
have seen that it's popped up on Netflix.
Basically, the story is that suddenly one day parents turn murderous to their own children. Not to other children, just their own.
Okay.
And carnage ensues.
I mean, we can't get that wrong, surely. Sounds like
It was fun.
it should be brilliant.
It should be. There was it kept having little flashbacks, which I didn't like. It kept taking me out of the moment.
Okay.
And I really didn't like the ending.
Okay.
Because it doesn't resolve anything. And it just... I don't want to give the ending away, but it just stops. And then the film ends. And it's still... The world's still in carnage and it's still going on, but they just decide to end the film there. And I didn't really get on board with it too much.
How Nick Cage is Nick Cage?
Oh, he's always all sorts of Nick Cage, especially when he's a zombie guy. He's at one point he's got a hat and what do you call it, like a chainsaw trying to get through a door.
Right.
And he's being all Nick Cage. He's doing the voices and he's doing the facial expressions, and he's very much being Nick Cage. It's 2017, so it's like peak Nick Cage. And then I watched a film that isn't available anywhere. You'll have to find it if you want to watch it. It's called Infinity Pool.
Okay.
It was recommended to me by Ed Gamble. Not personally. He just talks about it on one of his podcasts that he does. It's a horror movie. And it's made by Brandon Cronenberg, who is David Cronenberg's son. So you can imagine the sort of film it is. It's body horror.
Yeah.
It's weird as fuck. And
good weird, bad weird.
Both.
Okay.
Bits of it are good. Bits of it are too much. It's Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah.
And Mia Goth.
Yes.
So you can understand how weird it's going to be by having those 2 in it. There's lots of nudity in it. There's lots of violent sex scenes. Apparently there's an uncut version where all sorts of sex scenes are going on. Basically, they go on this holiday resort in Letofo, I think it is.
Okay.
And they are only allowed in the resort. The rest of the island's like barricaded off to them. Tourists are not allowed on the rest of the island. One night they decide to go out for a drive, as you do. Accidentally run over a farmer, as you do. Kill him.
As you do.
As you do. The police come the next morning and arrest them. And the police are corrupt, as you would imagine. But you can buy the police, and what the police will do for you if you give them enough money is make a clone of you and then punish that person for the crime.
Oh, right, obviously.
So they clone Alexander Skarsgård, tie him up, and let the son of the murdered farmer come and stab him to death.
Okay.
Whilst he's tied up, whilst Alexander Skarsgård and Mia Goth are just watching.
Right.
So that's weird as fuck. But then when they get back to the hotel afterwards, they realise, or Mia Goth's character realises, that they can get away with doing pretty much anything because they can just do this every time.
Yeah.
So they go on, like, she goes crazy and goes on a murderous rampage, and he follows along because he's weird. And then they have a lot of sex, and it's just all very strange.
Right.
At one point, he sucks a maggot out of her nipple.
Oh, good.
That's the sort of movie you get.
Good.
She's great in it. I think she's fast becoming one of my favourite actresses.
Yeah.
She's a horror icon at the minute. She's doing really good stuff with horror. He doesn't have a lot of lines. He's very dark and brooding.
That's what he does.
It's what he does best. The film itself, if you like body horror, if you like David Cronenberg's movies, Brandon Cronenberg's movies, you're going to like it, but it was a bit much for me. I'm not going to lie. It was very strange. The scenes where they're like flashing around when your clone's being made, you're getting all these visions and memories and stuff going on.
Sounds intense.
All sorts of weird shit going down in that. Yeah, it's very strange. It's very strange. It isn't out anyway yet. If you want to watch it, you'll have to find a stream of it somewhere.
Okay.
I think that's it. Oh, I've started Kunk on Earth.
Oh yeah.
With Diane Morgan. That's really funny.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's really funny. Yeah. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. I think that's all I've watched though.
Cool.
Think that is it. What sort of time are we on? Oh, we're getting there. Shall we hit a real talk and then get out of here?
Let's do it.
Okay, what was this week's real talk question, Nick?
It was easy.
It was.
Really? What movie should be adapted to a game?
Yeah, it's usually the other way around. That question gets asked. Which game should be adapted to a movie? It was suggested by our brand new Patreon, Alex Smileyton. Did we get any responses?
We got a few.
Okay, what did we get?
Rebel Moon.
Fucking Rebel Moon. It's not even a movie yet.
It's 100% going to be a game.
Yes, 100%.
Got to be.
There'll be all sorts of
that. Sam in the Discord said Blade Runner or Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
AAA game made by Naughty Dog where you play as a Blade Runner hunting down replicants on various off-Earth colonies. Now, yeah, it would be great. My slight issue with this is I remember having a Blade Runner game.
There was a Blade Runner game back in our youth days.
Some point in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant.
Okay. I'll take your word on that.
But yeah, you can... I mean, it looks terrible now, but...
Go and get an emulator and play that.
Fine. No, there's nothing to say we can't do it again.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It proves that concept works.
Ross Cook says Sucker Punch, the game.
Okay, that'd be fun. Why not?
That was a Snyder movie as well, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah.
I don't know if I've seen it. It's all the schoolgirls, isn't it?
Yeah.
Going around killing and... I'm thinking of that movie. That's the movie, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen it, to be honest.
Sam also then follows it up with Edge of Tomorrow.
Ooh, that's a good shout.
One of the most video game movie adaptations without being a game already.
That's a good shout.
Wayne in the Discord says, how about a Mission Impossible game?
I'm sure that's probably been done at some point in the past as well.
If you can get the likeness of the movie stars especially, doing missions spanning the whole franchise and recreating some of the stunts.
Yeah.
Or an Uncharted-style Indiana Jones game.
I was going to say, an Uncharted game. Yeah,
isn't that what Uncharted is, though? It's like...
Yeah, basically it was an Indiana Jones.
We can't get Indiana Jones, let's do it.
It's surprising that it's never been a big gaming franchise, Indiana Jones. It feels like a shoe-in. An easy win that. Especially when Tomb Raider was a thing and
that's true, actually.
And Uncharted was a thing. It feels like why has that never happened?
Smileyton says, how about a Jurassic Park survival game?
Yeah. I remember a Jurassic Park game when I was a kid. Definitely.
Yeah, but
I
don't think they've done a full-on...
No, they've not.
Yeah. Shooting dinosaurs and stuff.
No.
Wayne also says, how about the Fast and the Furious, but it's like Crazy Taxi?
I like it. Oh, I loved Crazy Taxi.
Isn't it? Yeah. Again, Fast and Furious, probably not that far away from GTA the movie, really,
no,
is it?
probably not.
I've never seen a Fast and Furious, so...
I haven't either. Gran Turismo, the movie's coming out. Have you seen the trailer for that?
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah. Smileyton also says, how about a GTA-style Goodfellas or Godfather?
That would work. There was a game called Mafia a few years
was.
ago. That was similar.
Yeah. And there was also... it's a bit earlier than Goodfellas, obviously, in the timeline. What was the LA Noir?
Yes, yeah.
You know, something like that wasn't a million miles away.
I think that was the first game that used facial capture.
I think it was, yeah. And you had to like tell if the character was lying or not.
Yeah. From the facial expressions. There's a VR version of that.
Yeah. More suggestions. A detective game in the world of Seven.
Yeah, why not?
Avatar.
Avatar the game. That's been a thing, definitely. And yeah, I can imagine a new one will be coming.
Tenet, where you have the ability to reverse time.
Yeah. I didn't really understand Tenet the film, and I've seen it twice. So.
Well, I did think... Well, actually, other than the Nolan stuff, would Inception be a better game?
Yeah.
Because you could just do...
You could do whatever you wanted with that.
Yeah.
You could go crazy.
Ross also says, how about RRR?
Of course he does.
An action RPG in the style of Red Dead Redemption 2 or Final Fantasy 15. Choose to be either character. Play the full movie with some side quests. Even add some Guitar Hero style dance numbers.
He just wants to live in that world. Suggest that every week, pretty much.
Chris from the Time Shifters. I love this guy so much.
He's great.
How about Roland Emmerich, the game? There are no rules. Each player just moves their pieces around as they see it, and every game just ends with flipping the board off the table in an explosion of game pieces.
That's brilliant.
I love the idea we're going with a board game.
Yeah, absolutely. We never specified video game.
And he says, I actually own Jaws, the board game, which basically looks like Buckaroo, but with a shark.
Nice. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's a good selection. Some good suggestions there.
I was also thinking maybe not a specific movie, but a director's universe.
Okay.
I'd like Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson the game?
Yeah.
It'd look pretty.
Yeah.
It would absolutely look pretty.
It'd just be like a point and click, go and explore mini games and like a...
That's a great shout.
What do they call them? Just like a relaxing type...
Yeah, like a...
Yeah.
Yeah, like a dream sequence type.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd be on board with that.
But there's also like... There's some really big franchises which you just think, it's probably just monetary reasons, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, why has no one took that and ran with it?
Mm.
Like, it wasn't until reasonably recently someone had a good go at a Ghostbusters game.
Yeah. There's a Ghostbusters VR game coming soon. That would be really good fun.
Because, like, think what you could do in, like, I don't know, Back to the Future.
There was a Ghostbusters game on the Amiga 1200 years and years ago, but it was terrible. In fact, I think I had one on my Amstrad as well when I was really young.
Stranger Things, the game. But a proper game, not
like a mobile game.
Yeah.
Well, now Netflix are getting into the gaming world.
Yeah.
They might be coming. Who knows?
Dark Tower game.
Dark Tower the game. Yeah. Based on the movie or based on the books?
Based on the movie.
No, thank you.
How about you?
I've been giving this a bit of thought. I only really play VR games.
Yeah.
And I don't really do like story VR games. I only do like jump on and play a few levels game. And there's a game it's called Phasmophobia. It's basically you're a ghost hunter and you have to go into this haunted house and try and figure out which ghost's there and how to get rid of it. So I took this concept and I'm like, I want to have a house and it's being robbed, and then I want to make Home Alone the game in VR. So I'm in this house and I have to do whatever I can to set as many traps to stop these people robbing my house.
Yes, but I'm on board with this already. So I hope this is what you're going to say. I would want the game to be, so it's not all action. You've literally got to go around the house and lay the traps.
That's exactly right, yeah.
And then it's almost like Mousetrap. And then at the end, you can stand back and just
see
watch
if you've done it. Yeah.
And also if you've missed something and they get past the trap.
Exactly,
and
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
But in VR, that would be so much fun. You could just do whatever you want to block off the staircases, something under the windows. Just go around this house, setting up all these traps, and then just play it and let it go and see what happens. I think that'd be really good fun in VR. And I might see if I can hire somebody to do it. Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun.
I like it.
Home Alone VR. There's a Groundhog Day VR game.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there is. I've not played it, but it's a sequel to Groundhog Day.
Okay.
It's a VR game. But I think I might actually own it. I think I might have got it in a bundle, but I've never played it. So maybe I'll play it and review it one week.
Brilliant.
I think we've done a wave.
Yeah, I would say so.
I would too. What movie are we watching this week?
This week, come back to this very feed on Thursday because we are watching Don't Listen.
Don't Listen. It's not the name of the podcast. It's not an instruction. It's the name of the film.
It's a Spanish horror movie. It's a ghost story.
It's a haunted house movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, horror movies are our lifeblood. Certainly my lifeblood. It's what I do. So it could be interesting.
I mean, it's certainly the genre which dwells in the most abundance at the bottom of the stream.
100%. So we'll... it's Spanish as well. Spanish movies always do well on the show.
Yeah, mostly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go away. We'll finish this episode now. We'll go away and record that one. So come back on Thursday to listen to our episode on Don't Listen.
Cheers!
Bye!